Hey everyone, Sir Jellybean here. We are back with Core Arms Gates for Ostfront, and this is my top 10 units for the USA in Conquest. So yeah, we've done the Russians, we've done the Germans, the Finns have been done. I don't know, I think I've released this before the Finnish one, but we're at the USA, the mighty USA. Now these are my top 10 units. You'll probably disagree, some might agree, but these are the things I like to use, the things I think are worth the money, and I think are quite unique to the USA. So, as always, we'll start with the infantry. The first one is the Veteran Rifle Squad. Now, I'm normally not that bothered about veteran rifle squads in any faction, but when playing with Pershing first and with Puggo, the veteran rifle squad, obviously it leads up to the Rangers, which are cool. But the difference is they're not that, I think it's 4 research points to get to them. Now, if we look at the actual cost of them, they're not particularly expensive compared to the standard, the 257, still 24 pop cap. So they're only a bit more expensive. Now, obviously, you get a similar size squad with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But look at the difference in the guns. You get 2 BARs, you get, instead of 1 rifle grenadier, I believe you get rifle grenadier there, and you also get 1 on the assistant squad leader, I believe it is. He also gets a rifle grenadier. You also get more BAR assistants to carry ammo, and you get the nice cheeky Thompson, as always, whereas the squad leader does not on the rifle squad. So you get a lot more firepower, and I mean a lot. Those BARs make a big difference. Also, if you look at the health for the standard guy, 200, 125 and 2s and 3s. Veterans, we're talking 230, 162s and 4s and 5s. And the regen, I think, is a little bit better for the veterans and other stuff. It's, yes, slightly better. So the veteran rifle squad is for very, very good buy. The 2 BARs, 2 rifle grenades make a big difference. And obviously the M1 Garand is just an amazing weapon in general. But the fact that they increase weapon skill and it's easy to get to them makes them a very elite unit. Very effective, very fairly priced, very good bulk infantry unit. Love the veteran rifle squad. Definitely bring them again. Fantastic unit. Next, we have the kind of elite units, the 101st Airborne. Now, if you look at the tree for the 101st, they're right at the end of the Airborne units. Now, these just guys knock it out of the park. You get a big squad. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You get 2 Thompsons first, right? You also get 2 rifle grenadiers. You get an anti-tank with a M9 bazooka. Very powerful bazooka, right? You also get 2 BARs. You also get a 30 cal, but it's not a 2-man crew. It's an individual 30 caliber. Yes, it has arrived, and you get his assistant, but he has an M1 carbine. So something a little bit different. You also get obviously a large amount of M1 Garands to bring a large amounts of firepower, which is absolutely awesome. You get a hell of a lot of firepower in this unit. So it's a very powerful force, very effective. Their health is 375 and 300 stamina. Yes, they're very strong. And the stamina regen is 7.5, which is great. The stats are 4s and 5s, a bit like the veterans. But they are pricey. The 101st Airborne are, where are they? They're not cheap. 24 pop cap, but 408 manpower. So they are an elite unit. But as you've seen in mine and Puggo's infantry only series, they're worth the wait. They come with explosives. Some have the satchels, I believe, as well. They have a lot of firepower, and you can unleash hell, especially with the SMGs up close. And that 30 caliber is the only 30 caliber that is not on a kind of tripod or bipod. It is a 1-man 30 cal, which is great. A bit like John Bastone running around with that cool hand, that kind of wire mesh thing that the handle they had made. So yeah, 101st Airborne, best infantry in the game. And same pop cap as a veteran rifle squad or a standard rifle squad. So very effective pop cap, just a bit pricey, but very, very good unit. Next, we have the 3-inch gun M5 M1 carriage. Now, to get to this thing is not too difficult, a little bit, if we can find it again. It is at the end. It's the M1 carriage, not the M6 gun carriage, I believe. Yep, so it's the second from the end. But it's 161 mils pen on this 3-inch gun. Very powerful. It's fairly decently priced point-wise, if we can find it again. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Oh, I lost him. Okay. He'll be around here somewhere. No, he's up there. Well, apologies, everyone. Sometimes hard to find these gun systems. Ah, there we go. That is, this one's the gun carriage, the M1 gun carriage. There we go. M1 gun carriage, right? 25 pop cap, 490. The M6 as well has less pen. That's why I like the M1. It's far better. It's the L45. This is L45 as well, but it's better. But it's 25 pop cap, 490 manpower. It has better penetration. It is I personally think it's the better gun system when I've come up against it. Same weight, but it has a good reload speed. I've had more trouble with this one than that one. Someone might prove me wrong with the M6. But I also prefer the gun shield. Bigger gun shield, it is better. It's got better gun shield. But it's a very good anti-tank weapon. It's fair for the researcher points cost. Yeah, you can't really go wrong with it. And if you verse it, you'll understand why it is pretty damn dangerous. Next is 75mm M1A1. This is a mini howitzer. This is here, and it is the second variant of it, if I can find it. So the first variant has no gun shield. This has a gun shield. It's 14 pop cap, but 400 manpower. And if you look on the research tree, it is just that's not it. Is that it? The M4A3 gun carriage one? I believe it is. M4A3, yeah. So you have the basic one, I think it's pretty much already unlocked, but this is very fair. It has high explosive and heat rounds. It's got good range and good rate of fire. And for 14 pop cap, it's very fair at 400 manpower. It'll take out light and medium armor. It'll take out infantry. It'll take out emplacements. Imagine it a bit like the light infantry shoots and similar to what the Soviets have as well. It's a very good all-round gun. It'll serve you throughout the battle, and it's only 2 tow weight, so you can tow it with like a half drag and stuff like that, which is fantastic. It's a very, very good support weapon. So I'm a very big fan of this howitzer. Next, the MG-MC M16. Basically a quad 50. Quad 50. Now this is in an odd spot, I believe. It is... I can't remember. I think it's further up, actually. It's there. It's... I believe it's that one. It's the M16 one. M16. Yeah. So it's a quad 50 on the half track. Now, the armor's not great. Hull 6.4, turret 6.4, additional armor 12.7. But that quad 50 shreds infantry and light armor and aircraft. It's fairly priced for what you get as well. Like, this thing will do a lot of damage to stuff. It is just there. It's got 3 tow weight. It's 14 pop cap, 240 points. These things shred. Great support weapon, great anti-air, and great anti-infantry. It'll shred through even the strongest infantry, because those 50s do an awful lot of damage. I can tell you for free, they do an insane amount of damage. So yeah, it is fantastic. It's a great vehicle. I would definitely say it's one of the best support vehicles. Mind you, they're drilling a bit, but I do like the quad 50s, and they come with a ridiculous amount of ammo and tons of ammo in the vehicle. So I think it's 200 in each drum, so it's just insane. Fantastic all-round vehicle. Next, the M20. Now, people might be like, M20, really, Sir Jellybean? That one over the M8 ground? Now, there's a few niche things about the M20 that people might know, or they might not know. And you won't know if you don't try them. So the M20 is easy to get to, has 1 tow weight, which isn't great. Price-wise, it is cheap. 8 pop cap, 175. It comes with a 50 caliber. Hull armor 19.1, additional armor 16. What I do like, this thing has a bazooka in its inventory. Yes, you have a very easy access to AT very early on. You go inside, you take the bazooka out and take the round, and then you rearm it for the next battle and the bazooka's back. That's why I like it. It's good, solid 50 caliber support for the infantry. It's mobile at 88 kilometers an hour. It's very quick. And the bazooka is very good anti-tank. That's why the M20 is great. Great support unit. And that little fact will have probably saved you a lot of problems early game and mid game. Fantastic vehicle, can't go wrong. Next, the M3 Stuart, but the late variant. Now, this isn't too hard to get to. The late variant is the second one. Why have I chosen the late variant over the other Stuarts? What can you tell the difference? Can anyone guess? Can anyone guess what happens after the 8? Ba-boom. You lose the main guns after the late. The reason the late's the best variant, you get those 30 calibers on the side. So you get 4 30 calibers and a 37mm gun. So you get 30 caliber coaxial. You actually get 5, I believe. Yeah, you get 30 caliber coaxial. You get a 30 caliber hull, you get 2, one on each side, and you get a 30 caliber for the guy in the back to jump out. So you get 5 30 calibers and a 37mm for 20 pop cap and 320 points. And the armor is 44.4 max and 51 max on the turret. It's a great all-round light tank, decent speed at 58 kilometers an hour, and insane amount of anti-infantry firepower. You can't go wrong with the Stuart. It is a great little tank. Very, very good. And the late variant will serve you well. Trust me, it's the best variant by far. Next, we have the M4A3 HVSS 76 with the field mod. So this is quite expensive to get to. It's all the way down. Where is it? Oh, I'll find it again. Oh, God. Good luck with that, Sir Jellybean. I believe it's over here. Over here. Yes, this is the field mod variant. So it's very, very far down the line, research-wise. It's quite expensive as well, points-wise. As you can see there, 76 field mod. 45 manpower, 918 points, right? That is the same thing, right? But why is it good? So you got good armor, 127 hull armor with a good slope. You get max armor of 90 on the turret, additional armor 90.5. You get the 76mm L52, 120 mils pen, so it's strong. You get 230 calibers, and you get the 50. Now, there's also another key thing. Most Shermans with the 50 have about 200 rounds. This has about 500 rounds stored in it. So that 50 can keep kicking. And that 50 is very, very useful for knocking out troops with Panzerfaust and providing fire support excuse me, against light armoured vehicles. It can also shred armoured cars. It is the best variant of the Sherman for me. HVSS, someone told me, is the suspension of it, but this thing with a stronger gun makes it all round a fantastic Sherman. Definitely worth the points cost. I really like this one. Next, we've got the 90mm GMC. This is one of the biggest guns available to the Americans. It's all the way down here, the tank destroyer, the GMC. Both variants are very similar. I like this variant because if you actually look at the, where are they? So look at the cost. The only difference is the hull. It doesn't really matter to me. You get a slight different hull on that, slightly different thing. It's the exact same gun though, I believe. Yeah, but I prefer the slightly cheaper variant because if you get hit with it, especially on the turret, it does tend to get penetrated. I don't care what anyone says. The armor makes very little difference in my opinion. That's just got a Sherman hull. That has a more smaller downed hull. I prefer this one, it's a bit lower. So it's 45 pop cap, 980 manpower, but the 90mm gun has 171 mils penetration. Obviously, you've got good armor, 107mm hull armor, turret armor 76.2, additional armor 15. The only bad thing about it, obviously, both have the 50s, which is great, but they're open topped. So it is vulnerable to things like that. But it is a tank hunter. It's fast at 42 kilometers an hour. The other one is also similar speed, but it's a very, very good tank. I would say both are worth it. Research-wise, quite expensive, but you got this thing firing away. It'll rip through Tigers. It'll rip through IS-2s. It is a beast. It's a fantastic vehicle. The only thing is the open top does make it rather vulnerable, but it is tank destroyer, so you can forgive that. And finally, with the 105mm HMC. Now this is a self-propelled gun. I believe it is there, yeah, on the line. It's quite pricey to get to, but not too bad. It's quicker than some of the bigger guns. I do like this variant. Both variants are good. If we look on them, both variants, this one's 10 points more. It's a slightly upgraded variant. I don't really know why. But both variants get the 105mm. They both get the similar hull armor and the additional armor, I believe. I think the additional armor is slightly bigger on this, so 50.8 max hull armor, 12.7 additional armor. You also get a 50 caliber on the turret ring. I believe it's on the turret ring, but I don't think it moves actually. I think it's locked to the front, which is a shame. But it gives it some anti-infantry and anti-air support. The shells are very useful. I think it has high explosive and it does have smoke, might even have some heat. Can't remember exactly. The only downside is it's open topped, but for 40 pop cap and 1090, it's a great self-propelled gun. It's really mobile. It's quite nippy at 48 kilometers an hour, and I really, really like it. And it can tow things with 2 tow weight, which is nice. It's a great supporting unit in that sense. It looks really cool, really blocky. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. That's the 10 units I would bring for the US on Conquest. You may agree, you may disagree. Please tell me what you'd bring. Obviously, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And yeah, argue in the comments, see what things are best and what things are worst. I hope you enjoyed it, and you guys have a fantastic evening.